the needs that people have are pretty simple. Just the need to feel comfortable, to know that whatever they want is going to be taken care of.
The man is very compassionate, he's very kind, he's very thoughtful.
And with Drake, it was about my aunt, what her wishes would be, as well as let me find a way to make this more comfortable for you.
Some of the things that I hadn't thought about, he anticipates these things, you know. And
he wasn't high pressured, he didn't come in a black suit. He was just a regular person, so very easy to talk to.
The focal point is on helping people. That's all it's about, is just helping people, and that means helping them where they're at, not where you're at. There's no upsell, there's no pressure. There's no pressure to buy something more expensive. We try not to rush people so they can just take their time. It's hard to get information from a funeral home website, especially around prices and stuff. And I know I find it frustrating because you want to know, that's important, like the financial part of things is really important. It's one of the things we go over first thing with people is our cost for cremation, and so we help make sure they know about Canada Pension Plan, death benefit, and we fill out the application form for people. But if that's not available, then we look at other assistance through the BC government, for example. And the last thing we want to have is in addition to having the what's going on inside right now with the loss of a loved one, is oh my goodness, now what are we going to do about the money? So we want to get that money thing and take that stress away right now. So if people are doing their own thing, and that's a real trend where people are asking us to look after the cremation, and then they're going to organize their own little thing in the backyard or at the lake or at a restaurant or on the mountain or a park, how can I help them to maybe avoid some of the things that they might regret? And so that's what this is. It's a question and answer book that helps people to deal with some things and prepare for that gathering that they're going to organize themselves and that we're not going to attend. The most common thing I hear about scattering ashes, people will say, well, we're planning on scattering Murray. We know it's illegal. That's what they say. So the first thing they're thinking of is that they're doing something illegal. So I thought, well, no, hold on a second. People need to know that it's not illegal to scatter cremated remains. This is just to help people so they can have a more meaningful, comfortable, peaceful experience when they're all gathered by the river or the mountain with that urn, rather than just sort of dump them quickly and then run to the car and get out of there before anybody catches them. The front cover says, remember when you and your parents had the talk, like when you were 13 or whatever it is? Well, maybe it's time for another one. And this is the talk about your mortality and about what's going to happen when your time comes. And it can be a really hard conversation. Either the adult children don't want to hear it, or the parents don't know what to say. And so this is designed to just encourage the adult parents and the adult children, usually that's the group, to have that conversation. And this helps get that conversation started because it's a question and answer thing as well. I would encourage people just to call and either go online and print off this 1, 2, 3 planning sheet. That's the single most important thing I think I've done. It would take you, for yourself, maybe 5 minutes to fill this out. But if your kids want to fill it out, they have a real tough time finding the information that you carry around in your head. So that's the idea, that you give this to people and they just take it home, sit down with a coffee, fill it out, and then give it to me, keep a copy for themselves. And then if something should happen, their kids aren't having to scramble around looking for that information. It's there.
Drake seemed to know what I was going to ask because he had the answer. And when later, his brochures, going through the brochures, same thing. It's like Drake is talking to you through his pamphlets there, because the questions you have in your head, he anticipates them and he knows what you want to know, and I feel like I got a lot of information here.
He never ever did pressure us on anything. Our decisions were our decisions. He gave us the options very clearly, And so that was important to us, and we're very thankful to him.
I think it's important that if people think you care about them, and you really do, if you really do care about their needs, the rest of it is pretty straightforward, and I think it's as simple as that.